Introduction to Image Design and Animation. Image design and animation are critical disciplines in today's visual-centric world, influencing everything from marketing to entertainment. This course introduces the fundamental concepts and tools necessary to create compelling visual content. Understanding these areas is essential for anyone looking to enter creative industries or enhance their digital media skills. We will explore how static images can convey powerful messages and how motion brings stories to life. The integration of design principles with animation techniques forms the core of effective visual communication. This certificate program aims to provide a solid foundation in both fields, enabling learners to produce high-quality digital assets. Mastering these skills opens doors to diverse career opportunities in a rapidly evolving digital landscape. The journey through this course will cover theoretical knowledge alongside practical application, ensuring a well-rounded learning experience. We will delve into the history and evolution of visual media, understanding how past innovations inform current practices. Practical exercises will reinforce theoretical concepts, allowing students to build a portfolio of work. Emphasis will be placed on developing a critical eye for aesthetics and functionality in design. By the end of this program, participants will possess the confidence and capability to tackle various design and animation projects. This comprehensive approach ensures graduates are well prepared for the demands of the creative industry. Fundamentals of digital imaging. Digital imaging forms the bedrock of modern visual design and animation, encompassing the creation, manipulation, and storage of images in digital form. It involves understanding how pixels, the smallest units of a digital image, combine to form cohesive visuals. Mastery of digital imaging begins with grasping concepts like resolution, color depth, and image dimensions. These elements directly impact the quality and usability of any digital graphic. Without a solid understanding of these fundamentals, designers may encounter issues with clarity, file size, or display consistency across different platforms. This foundational knowledge is crucial for producing professional-grade visual content. It serves as the prerequisite for more advanced design and animation techniques. Key aspects of digital imaging include understanding various image formats and their specific applications. Each format, such as JPEG, PNG, or GIF, offers different advantages regarding compression, transparency, and color support. Learning to choose the appropriate format for a given project is a vital skill for efficiency and optimal display. Furthermore, the principles of image capture, whether through cameras or scanners, are integral to obtaining high-quality source material. Understanding how light and color are translated into digital data is fundamental. This section lays the groundwork for all subsequent design and animation modules, emphasizing the technical underpinnings of visual creation. Raster versus vector graphics. Understanding the distinction between raster and vector graphics is fundamental for any aspiring image designer or animator. Raster graphics, composed as pixels, are best suited for photographs and complex images with subtle color gradients. Their quality is resolution dependent, meaning they can become pixelated when scaled up significantly. Common raster formats include JPEG, PNG, and GIF, widely used for web images and digital art. Designers must choose raster graphics when photorealism or intricate texture is paramount. However, careful consideration of resolution is necessary to avoid loss of detail when resizing. Vector graphics, on the other hand, are built from mathematical paths, points, and curves, making them resolution independent. This characteristic allows vector images to be scaled to any size without losing clarity or sharpness, making them ideal for logos, illustrations, and typography. Adobe Illustrator and Inkscape are popular software for creating vector graphics. Common vector formats include SVG, AI, and EPS. Designers often prefer vector graphics for branding elements or designs that require flexibility across various media. From business cards to billboards, the choice between raster and vector depends entirely on the project's specific requirements and desired output. Image resolution and file formats. Image resolution refers to the detail an image holds, typically measured in pixels per inch, PPI, for digital displays, or dots per inch, DPI, for print. Higher resolution means more detail and a larger file size, crucial for print media where sharpness is paramount. For web and screen display, 72 PPI is generally sufficient, balancing quality with loading speed. Understanding the appropriate resolution for a project prevents blurry images or unnecessarily large files. Incorrect resolution choices can lead to poor visual quality or inefficient workflows, impacting project timelines and client satisfaction. Always consider the final output medium when setting image resolution. Various file formats serve different purposes in image design. JPEG is ideal for photographs due to its lossy compression, which reduces file size while maintaining reasonable quality. PNG supports transparency and lossless compression, making it suitable for web graphics and logos. GIF is best for simple animations and images with limited color palettes. TIFF is a high-quality, lossless format often used for print and archiving. PSD is Adobe Photoshop's native format, preserving layers and editing capabilities. Choosing the correct file format is essential for optimizing image quality, file size, and compatibility across different platforms and applications, streamlining the design process. Color theory in design. Color theory is a fundamental aspect of visual design, guiding designers in creating harmonious and impactful visual experiences. It involves understanding the color wheel, primary, secondary, and tertiary colors, and how they interact. Key concepts include hue, saturation, and brightness, which define a color's specific characteristics. Proper application of color theory can evoke emotions, establish brand identity, and improve readability. Inconsistent or poorly chosen color palettes can confuse viewers or detract from a design's message. Mastering color theory allows designers to make intentional choices that resonate with their audience and project goals. It is an art and a science, blending aesthetic appeal with psychological impact. Various color harmonies, such as complementary, analogous, triadic, and monochromatic, provide frameworks for creating balanced palettes. Complementary colors, opposite on the color wheel, offer high contrast and vibrancy. Analogous colors, adjacent on the wheel, create a serene and harmonious feel. Triadic schemes use 3 colors evenly spaced, providing a balanced yet rich palette. Monochromatic schemes use different shades and tints of a single color for subtle elegance. Understanding color models like RGB for screens and CMYK for print is also crucial for accurate color reproduction across different media. These principles ensure visual consistency and effective communication in all design projects. Principles of visual composition. Visual composition is the art of arranging elements within a design to create a cohesive and aesthetically pleasing whole. Key principles include balance, contrast, hierarchy, alignment, and proximity. Balance can be symmetrical or asymmetrical, guiding the viewer's eye and creating visual stability. Contrast helps elements stand out, drawing attention to important information. Hierarchy establishes a visual order, indicating the relative importance of different elements. Effective composition ensures that a design is not only beautiful, but also functional and easy to understand. Without strong compositional principles, designs can appear cluttered or disorganized, failing to convey their intended message clearly. Further compositional techniques include the rule of thirds, leading lines, and negative space. The rule of thirds suggests placing key elements along intersecting lines or at their intersections for more dynamic layouts. Leading lines draw the viewer's eye through the design, guiding their gaze to focal points. Negative space, or the empty areas around and between elements, is crucial for giving elements room to breathe and enhancing their impact. Understanding these principles allows designers to create visually engaging and effective layouts. Applying these techniques consistently elevates the quality and professionalism of any visual project, from web pages to print advertisements. Typography essentials. Typography is the art and technique of arranging type to make written language legible, readable, and appealing when displayed. It involves selecting appropriate typefaces, adjusting point sizes, line spacing, leading, letter spacing, kerning, and word spacing. Effective typography enhances the overall aesthetic of a design and significantly improves user experience by ensuring clarity and ease of reading. Poor typography can make text difficult to consume, detracting from the message and the design's professionalism. Designers must understand the emotional and practical impact of different fonts and their arrangement. It is a powerful tool for conveying tone and personality. Key aspects of typography include understanding font classifications, such as serif, sans serif, script, and display fonts, each with distinct characteristics and uses. Serif fonts, with their small decorative strokes, are often associated with tradition and readability in long-form text. Sans serif fonts, lacking these strokes, convey modernity and are popular for digital interfaces. Script fonts mimic handwriting, while display fonts are designed for impact in headlines. Combining different fonts effectively requires careful consideration of contrast and harmony. Establishing a clear typographic hierarchy guides the reader's eye, making information digestible and visually engaging. Mastering these elements is crucial for impactful visual communication. Introduction to image editing software. Proficiency in image editing software is indispensable for contemporary image designers and animators. Adobe Photoshop is the industry standard, offering a vast array of tools for raster image manipulation, retouching, and compositing. GIMP provides a powerful open-source alternative with similar functionalities. These programs allow users to adjust colors, correct imperfections, combine multiple images, and create intricate digital paintings. Learning the interface, shortcuts, and core functionalities of at least one major image editor is a critical first step. Without this practical skill, theoretical design knowledge remains largely unapplied. Familiarity with these tools empowers designers to bring their creative visions to life with precision. Key functionalities across most image editing software include layers, selection tools, brushes, and adjustment layers. Layers enable non-destructive editing, allowing designers to work on individual elements without altering the original image data. Selection tools are crucial for isolating specific areas for editing. Brushes facilitate painting, drawing, and masking. Adjustment layers offer flexible ways to modify color and tone without permanently changing pixel data. Understanding how to utilize these features effectively is paramount for efficient and high-quality image manipulation. This foundational software knowledge is a gateway to more advanced design and animation techniques. Basic image manipulation techniques. Basic image manipulation involves a set of essential techniques used to enhance, correct, and prepare images for various purposes. These include cropping, resizing, rotating, and adjusting brightness and contrast. Cropping removes unwanted parts of an image, improving composition and focus. Resizing adjusts the image dimensions, crucial for web optimization or print specifications. Rotating corrects orientation or creates dynamic angles. Adjusting brightness and contrast improves overall visibility and visual impact. Mastering these fundamental operations is critical for cleaning up raw images and making them suitable for design projects. These techniques form the initial steps in any image editing workflow. Further basic techniques encompass color correction, sharpening, and basic retouching. Color correction involves adjusting hues, saturation, and color balance to achieve accurate or desired color representation. Sharpening enhances edge definition, making images appear crisper. Basic retouching includes removing minor blemishes or distractions, often using tools like the spot healing brush or clone stamp. These techniques are vital for improving the aesthetic quality and professionalism of images. Consistent application of these manipulations ensures a polished final product, whether for digital display or print. They are the building blocks for more advanced creative editing. Advanced image retouching goes beyond basic corrections, focusing on meticulous detail work to achieve a flawless and professional aesthetic. This includes complex skin smoothing, frequency separation, dodge and burn techniques, and advanced compositing. Frequency separation allows for independent editing of color and texture, preserving natural skin details while correcting imperfections. Dodge and burn selectively lighten or darken areas to enhance contours and create depth. These techniques require a deep understanding of light, shadow, and human anatomy. Mastery of advanced retouching is essential for high-end photography, fashion, and advertising, where perfection is often expected. It transforms good images into exceptional ones. Compositing, another advanced technique, involves seamlessly blending multiple images or elements into a single cohesive scene. This requires precise masking, color matching, and perspective adjustments to ensure all elements appear as if they were originally part of the same photograph. Techniques like content-aware fill and puppet warp also fall under advanced manipulation, enabling significant alterations to image content. Understanding non-destructive workflows and smart objects is crucial for flexibility and iterative design. Advanced retouching and compositing demand patience, precision, and a keen eye for detail, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in digital image creation. These skills are highly valued in professional creative fields. Creating digital illustrations. Digital illustration involves using software to create original artwork, ranging from simple icons to complex character designs and elaborate scenes. Unlike photo manipulation, illustration often starts from a blank canvas, allowing for complete creative freedom. Key tools include various brushes, pens, and shape tools, mimicking traditional art mediums. Understanding principles of drawing, perspective, and anatomy is highly beneficial, even in a digital context. Software like Adobe Illustrator, vector-based, and Adobe Photoshop, raster-based, are commonly used, each offering unique advantages for different styles. Digital illustration is a versatile skill, applicable in fields such as publishing, advertising, and game design. It allows artists to develop distinctive visual styles. The workflow for digital illustration typically involves sketching, inking, coloring, and adding details. Initial sketches establish the composition and form, often done roughly before refining. Inking defines the line work, providing structure and clarity. Coloring involves applying flat colors, gradients, and textures to bring the illustration to life. Finally, adding shadows, highlights, and intricate details enhances depth and realism or stylized effects. Understanding color palettes, lighting, and rendering techniques is crucial for achieving desired moods and visual impact. Digital illustration offers efficiency and flexibility, with the ability to easily undo mistakes and experiment with different iterations. This creative process allows for endless possibilities in visual storytelling. Graphic design for branding. Graphic design for branding is about creating a consistent visual identity that represents a company or product. This involves designing logos, color palettes, typography, and visual guidelines that communicate the brand's values and personality. A strong brand identity helps businesses stand out, build recognition, and foster trust with their audience. Poor branding can lead to confusion, lack of memorability, and a perception of unprofessionalism. Designers play a crucial role in translating abstract brand concepts into tangible visual assets. Understanding target audiences and market trends is essential for developing effective branding strategies. This specialized area of design is vital for business success in competitive markets. The process of branding design typically begins with research and concept development, followed by logo creation and the establishment of a comprehensive brand style guide. The style guide dictates how all visual elements, from font usage to image style, should be applied across various platforms. This ensures consistency, whether the brand appears on a website, social media, print materials, or merchandise. Designers must consider scalability, versatility, and cultural relevance when creating brand assets. Effective branding is not just about aesthetics, it's about strategic visual communication that resonates with consumers. It is a long-term investment that shapes public perception and market position. Layout and UI/UX design basics. Layout design focuses on arranging visual elements on a page or screen to create an organized, aesthetically pleasing, and functional experience. This involves principles like grid systems, white space, alignment, and visual hierarchy. Effective layout guides the user's eye, making information digestible and interactions intuitive. Poor layout can lead to confusion, frustration, and a cluttered appearance. UI, user interface. Design specifically deals with the visual elements users interact with, such as buttons, menus, and forms. It prioritizes aesthetics and ease of use, ensuring an engaging and accessible interface. Understanding these basics is crucial for creating effective digital products and publications. UX, user experience design, on the other hand, encompasses the entire journey a user takes when interacting with a product or service. It considers usability, accessibility, and overall satisfaction. While UI focuses on the look and feel, UX delves into the how it works and why it matters. Key UX principles include user research, wireframing, prototyping, and usability testing. Designers often work with wireframes to outline content and functionality before moving to high-fidelity UI mockups. A successful digital product seamlessly integrates strong UI with intuitive UX, providing both visual appeal and a satisfying user journey. These disciplines are interdependent and essential for modern digital design. Introduction to Animation Principles. Animation principles are a set of guidelines developed by Disney animators to create more realistic, expressive, and appealing motion. These 12 principles serve as the foundation for all forms of animation, from traditional hand-drawn to modern 3D computer graphics. Understanding these principles is crucial for animators to breathe life into characters and objects, making their movements believable and engaging. Without these foundational concepts, animation can appear stiff, unnatural, or unconvincing. They provide a common language and framework for discussing and evaluating animated performances. Aspiring animators must internalize these principles to achieve professional-level results. The 12 principles include squash and stretch, anticipation, staging, straight-ahead action and pose-to-pose, follow-through and overlapping action, slow in and slow out, arcs, secondary action, timing, exaggeration, solid drawing, and appeal. Each principle addresses a specific aspect of motion, character performance, or visual clarity. For instance, Squash and stretch gives objects a sense of weight and flexibility, while anticipation prepares the audience for an action. Timing dictates the speed and rhythm of movement, directly impacting the perceived weight and emotion. Mastering these principles allows animators to create dynamic, expressive, and memorable animated sequences, regardless of the software or medium used. Keyframe animation techniques. Keyframe animation is a core technique in digital animation, where an animator defines the crucial poses or positions of an object or character at specific points in time. These keyframes act as anchors, and the animation software automatically calculates the in-between frames, a process known as tweening. This method allows animators to control the timing and spacing of actions precisely, creating smooth and believable motion. Understanding how to set, adjust, and manipulate keyframes is fundamental to all modern animation software. Without effective keyframing, animation would be a tedious frame-by-frame process, lacking fluidity and control. It streamlines the animation workflow significantly. Effective keyframe animation involves more than just setting positions. It also includes managing interpolation and easing. Interpolation determines how the software transitions between keyframes, which can be linear, Bezier, or hold. Easing, or slow in and slow out, dictates the acceleration and deceleration of movement, making actions appear more natural and less robotic. Animators use graph editors to fine-tune these curves, achieving nuanced and expressive motion. Mastering keyframe manipulation, interpolation types, and easing techniques is crucial for creating professional quality animation. It provides the animator with granular control over every aspect of an object's movement, from subtle blinks to dramatic jumps. Timing and spacing in animation. Timing and spacing are two of the most critical principles in animation, directly impacting the perceived weight, speed, and emotion of an animated action. Timing refers to the number of frames an action takes, determining its duration. More frames for an action make it appear slower and heavier, while fewer frames make it faster and lighter. Spacing, on the other hand, dictates how far an object moves between each frame. Closer spacing creates a slow, smooth movement, while wider spacing results in fast, abrupt motion. Together, timing and spacing convey physical properties and emotional states, making animation believable. Misjudging these elements can make an animation feel unnatural or unconvincing. Effective manipulation of timing and spacing allows animators to convey a wide range of characteristics. For instance, a heavy object will have slow timing and close spacing at the beginning and end of its movement, with wider spacing in the middle. A light object will move quickly, with wider spacing throughout. These principles are also crucial for character acting, where subtle changes in timing and spacing can communicate hesitation, confidence, or surprise. Animators often use slow in and slow out, easing, to achieve natural acceleration and deceleration, which is a direct application of varying spacing. Mastering timing and spacing is essential for creating dynamic, expressive, and physically convincing animated performances across all animation styles. Squash and stretch principle. The squash and stretch principle is one of the most fundamental and widely used animation principles, giving objects and characters a sense of weight, volume, and flexibility. When an object hits a surface or is subjected to external forces, it squashes or compresses, indicating impact and mass. Conversely, as it moves or prepares for an action, it stretches or elongates, conveying speed and momentum. This principle helps to exaggerate motion and make it more appealing and believable to the audience. Without squash and stretch, animation can appear rigid, lifeless, and unrealistic, lacking the dynamic qualities of real-world physics. It's a key tool for conveying personality and physical properties. Applying squash and stretch effectively requires maintaining the object's volume. meaning that while its shape changes, its overall mass remains consistent. For example, a ball that squashes horizontally should expand vertically, and vice versa. This preservation of volume prevents the object from appearing to gain or lose mass during the animation. This principle is not limited to cartoon characters. It can be subtly applied to realistic animation to enhance fluidity and impact. Mastering squash and stretch adds significant appeal and dynamism to any animated sequence, making movements more expressive and engaging. It is a cornerstone of creating lively and convincing animation. Anticipation and follow-through. Anticipation is an animation principle that prepares the audience for an action, making it more believable and impactful. Before a character jumps, they might crouch down. Before throwing a punch, they might pull their arm back. This preparatory action builds tension and signals to the viewer what is about to happen, making the subsequent main action more powerful and easier to follow. Without anticipation, actions can appear sudden, jarring, and less convincing, as if they come out of nowhere. It adds realism and emotional weight to movements, enhancing the overall storytelling. Anticipation is crucial for engaging the audience and making actions feel intentional. Follow-through and overlapping action are closely related principles that add realism and fluidity to movements by depicting how different parts of a body or object continue to move after the main action has completed. Follow-through refers to the natural continuation of movement in parts of a character's body, like hair, clothing, or limbs, after the primary action has stopped. Overlapping action describes how different parts of a body move at different rates, creating a sense of drag and secondary motion. For example, when a character stops running, their hair might continue to sway for a moment. These principles prevent animation from looking stiff and robotic, adding organic flow and detail. They contribute significantly to the believability and naturalness of animated performances. Animation software overview. A wide array of software tools is available for animators, each specializing in different animation styles and workflows. Adobe Animate is popular for 2D vector animation, particularly for web and interactive content. Toon Boom Harmony is an industry standard for traditional and cut-out 2D animation, known for its robust features and professional output. For 3D animation, Autodesk Maya and Blender are dominant, offering comprehensive tools for modeling, rigging, animation, and rendering. Blender, being open source, provides an accessible entry point into 3D. Choosing the right software depends on the project's requirements, the desired aesthetic, and the animator's skill set. Familiarity with at least one major animation package is essential. Beyond core animation, specialized software exists for motion graphics, visual effects, and compositing. Adobe After Effects is the go-to for motion graphics, creating dynamic text, shapes, and visual effects. Nuke and Fusion are powerful compositing tools used in film and television for integrating various visual elements. For character rigging, tools within Maya, or dedicated plugins, are used to create skeletal structures for animation. Understanding the strengths and weaknesses of different software allows animators to build efficient pipelines and achieve specific creative goals. The animation industry often requires proficiency in a suite of interconnected tools, emphasizing versatility and continuous learning. Character design for animation. Character design for animation is a specialized art form focused on creating compelling, expressive, and animatable personalities. It involves developing a character's visual appearance, personality, backstory, and how they move. A well-designed character is instantly recognizable and communicates its role and traits through its silhouette, proportions, and costume. Poor character design can lead to generic, unmemorable figures that are difficult to animate or connect with. Designers must consider the character's purpose within the story and the target audience. The goal is to create characters that resonate emotionally and are visually engaging. This process is crucial for the success of any animated project. The character design process typically begins with extensive sketching and concept art, exploring various iterations of shape, size, and style. Animators often create turnarounds showing the character from multiple angles and expression sheets detailing their range of emotions. Consideration is given to how the character's design will facilitate animation, ensuring joints are clear and features are expressive. Simplification and exaggeration are often employed to enhance appeal and animatability. For 3D animation, model sheets guide the sculpting and rigging process. Ultimately, effective character design creates memorable figures that drive the narrative and captivate viewers. It is a blend of artistic skill and practical animation considerations. Storyboarding and pre-production. Storyboarding is a critical pre-production step in animation and film, visually outlining the narrative sequence of a project. It involves creating a series of sequential drawings, or panels, that represent each shot or scene, much like a comic book. Each panel includes visual information about camera angles, character actions, dialogue, and timing. Storyboards serve as a blueprint for the entire production team, ensuring everyone shares a common understanding of the story and its visual execution. Without a clear storyboard, production can become disorganized, leading to costly revisions and inconsistencies. It is an essential tool for planning and visualizing the flow of the animation. Pre-production encompasses all the planning and preparation that occurs before animation production begins. This phase includes storyboarding, script writing, character design, background design, voice acting recording, and animatic creation. An animatic is a basic animated version of the storyboard, often with temporary audio to test timing and pacing. This iterative process allows for early identification and correction of potential problems, saving significant time and resources during the main animation phase. Effective pre-production lays a strong foundation for a smooth and successful animation project. It ensures that the creative vision is clearly defined and technically feasible before significant resources are committed to full production. 2D animation workflows. 2D animation workflows involve a structured process for creating animated sequences in a two-dimensional space. This typically begins with pre-production, including storyboarding and character design, as previously discussed. The next phase is asset creation, where all visual elements like characters, props, and backgrounds are drawn and prepared. These assets can be traditional hand-drawn frames, digital drawings, or cut-out puppet rigs. Understanding the chosen animation style, whether frame by frame or cutout, dictates the specific tools and techniques employed. Efficient asset management and organization are crucial for smooth production, especially in larger projects. This foundational stage sets the visual tone and prepares all necessary components. The core animation phase involves bringing these assets to life. For frame-by-frame animation, each drawing is created sequentially, offering maximum artistic control. Cutout animation uses rigged characters with movable parts, allowing for faster animation through keyframing and tweening. Software like Toon Boom Harmony and Adobe Animate facilitate these processes. Post-production then includes compositing, where animated elements are combined with backgrounds and visual effects, and sound design, adding dialogue, music, and sound effects. Finally, the animation is rendered and exported in the desired format. A well-defined 2D animation workflow ensures consistency, efficiency, and a high-quality final product, from initial concept to final delivery. Motion graphics fundamentals. Motion graphics combine graphic design principles with animation techniques to create dynamic visual content. Unlike character animation, motion graphics often focus on abstract shapes, typography, logos, and informational visuals that move and evolve over time. This field is widely used in advertising, broadcast design, explainer videos, and user interface animations. Understanding core design principles like composition, color theory, and typography is paramount, as these elements form the basis of the moving visuals. Effective motion graphics communicate information clearly and engagingly, capturing audience attention. They are a powerful tool for visual storytelling and brand communication in a fast-paced digital world. Key techniques in motion graphics include animating text, shapes, and logos, often using keyframes, easing, and expressions in software like Adobe After Effects. Animating text can involve revealing letters, words, or lines with dynamic effects. Shape layers allow for the creation of complex animated forms and transitions. Logo animation brings brand identities to life, adding personality and impact. Understanding principles of timing, rhythm, and visual flow is crucial for creating smooth and compelling motion. Compositing, visual effects, and sound design also play significant roles in enhancing motion graphics. Mastering these fundamentals enables designers to create visually rich and informative animated content for a variety of media platforms. Exporting and optimizing animations are crucial final steps in the production pipeline, ensuring that the final output meets technical specifications and performs efficiently across various platforms. Exporting involves rendering the animated sequence into a playable file format. Optimization focuses on reducing file size without compromising visual quality, which is vital for web delivery and mobile applications. Incorrect export settings can lead to large files, slow loading times, or compatibility issues. Understanding the target platform and its requirements is paramount for making informed decisions during this stage. This technical process ensures the animation reaches its audience effectively. Various file formats and codecs are available for animation export, each with its own advantages. MP4, H.264 codec is widely used for web and streaming due to its excellent compression and broad compatibility. WebM is another web-friendly format, offering good quality at smaller file sizes. GIF is suitable for short, simple, looping animations with limited colors. For high-quality, lossless output, formats like ProRes or image sequences, PNG, EXR, are often used in professional workflows. Optimizing involves adjusting resolution, frame rate, bit rate, and compression settings. Striking the right balance between quality and file size is key to successful deployment. Mastering these technical aspects ensures animations are delivered efficiently and look their best. Portfolio development. Developing a strong portfolio is paramount for any aspiring image designer or animator seeking professional opportunities. A portfolio serves as a visual resume, showcasing your best work, technical skills, and creative style. It should be curated to highlight projects relevant to your career goals, demonstrating versatility and proficiency in various design and animation techniques. A poorly constructed portfolio, or one filled with irrelevant work, can hinder job prospects significantly. The goal is to present a cohesive collection that tells a story about your capabilities and artistic vision. It is your most important marketing tool in the creative industry. Key considerations for portfolio development include selecting high-quality projects, presenting them professionally, and tailoring the content to specific job applications. Each project should include a brief description outlining your role, the tools used, and the creative challenges overcome. Websites like Behance, ArtStation, or a personal portfolio site are excellent platforms for hosting your work. Ensure your portfolio is easy to navigate, visually appealing, and responsive across different devices. Regularly update your portfolio with new and improved projects to reflect your growth and evolving skill set. A well-crafted portfolio is essential for making a lasting impression and securing desired roles in the competitive fields of image design and animation. Career paths in design and animation. A certificate in image design and animation opens doors to a diverse range of exciting career opportunities across various industries. Graduates can pursue roles such as graphic designer, specializing in branding, marketing materials, or web graphics. Animators can work in film, television, video games, or advertising, creating 2D or 3D animated content. Motion graphics designers are in high demand for broadcast, digital marketing, and explainer videos. The skills acquired in this program are highly transferable and valued in the creative economy. The demand for skilled visual communicators continues to grow, making this a dynamic and rewarding field. Continuous learning and adaptation to new technologies are key for long-term success. Specific job titles include UI/UX designer, illustrator, concept artist, video editor, and art director. UI/UX designers focus on creating intuitive and visually appealing user interfaces and experiences for digital products. Illustrators create original artwork for books, magazines, and digital media. Concept artists develop visual ideas for games and films. Video editors often work with animated sequences, while art directors oversee the visual style and images for projects. Freelancing is also a popular path, offering flexibility and diverse project opportunities. Building a strong network, continuously refining skills, and staying updated with industry trends are crucial for navigating these varied career paths successfully. The creative industries offer endless possibilities for those passionate about visual storytelling.